Okay, today we have a Ford Galaxy, a bit of a story behind it. Customers recently purchased the vehicle. Two previous owners. We know that Galaxies are obviously the cars to carry around the family. Bit of a strange one, we're getting a sweet sort of smell, but the problem is when the customer's sitting driving after a long time, he said it starts to tickle his throat, so it can't be obviously nice to smell. It's very hard to smell it, but there is something. Just to note here on the controls, we can see that obviously it's all pitted and certain things are bubbled. That is due to a strong chemical which has possibly been used on this bit here. So just to note that, what we're going to do is we're going to obviously airline out all the gaps, because obviously everything will be linked to the odour. Obviously we've got a lot of grinding dirt on the rails, which is normal. It is an old car now, not super old, but obviously after two owners, it's obviously going to have a little bit of grinding dirt. So as I say, we're going to obviously sort this out and hopefully we will get it. There's signs previous that there may have been a paint spillage in the vehicle. As we can see down here, this is white paint, and if we look here, you can't really see it very well, but here it's a bit bubbly. Now that's due to, once again, strong chemicals being used. What it does is obviously it reacts to the plastic and makes it go funny. So as you can see there, it's all a bit bubbled. Okay, so let's get on and get it all sorted. Okay, so we're now airlined all through the runners and in all the little gaps. So as we can see, we've got obviously previous of loads of bits and pieces in every little groove. We've even found a screw over there by the passenger seat. If we come around to the boot, obviously where we've blown it backwards, we can see obviously all the dirt and debris, all the bits and pieces which have come out from underneath the seats and in the railings. So it's time to obviously get all of them bits up, and then we can start on our odour kill procedure. Okay.
So the next step is we scan the car with a UV torch, and what that can show us is any stains or anything in the car that might not be visible to the eye but could be causing a smell. So we have a look around, and in the boot what we've found somewhere around here, and it doesn't seem to show very well on camera, but there is some sort of stain there, and that could actually be contributing to the smell, could actually even be the source of the smell. So now we've went over it a couple of times, we're going over again with two of us, one with the tornado, one with the hoover, one of us kicking up the dirt and the other sucking it straight up. This allows us to get rid of every single bit of dirt in the car that could be the source of the smell. James is now fogging the car with our special anti-odour formula. So we've pretty much cleaned the entire interior of the car out. What we're doing now is we're prepping for the smoke treatment, which we put a smoke machine in that has a special chemical in the smoke and fills every single gap in the car with this chemical. Obviously goes all into the fabrics as well, and it neutralises any smells. The prep involves a special spray which gets the fabric ready for this smoke machine and helps it absorb the chemical to obviously neutralise the smell. Right, the smoke machine's set up in the car. Obviously this is going to fill it with a special smoke that gets into every corner like I mentioned earlier. One thing we did want to show though is after wiping all the surfaces, this obviously was clean water, and that's the colour the water's gone, so that could also be dirt that's contributing to the smell in the car. Right, so we're in the car now. Obviously we're using towels to block up the electrics. James is just going to start off that smoke machine. As you can see, it fills the car pretty quickly. And we close all the windows. And as we see through here, the car is almost nearly full of smoke. And we'll leave that on for 5 minutes. And then obviously let it ventilate after. And that should neutralise any bad smells that we haven't cleaned out.
Okay, so we've just got the last thing to do now, and that's putting an ozone machine in. And what this is going to do is it's going to remove any smells or anything like that in the fabrics or in the car. So we'll make sure everything's on, which it is indeed. We need to set the timer. And there we go, so that's going to start working, and it's going to start obviously putting it all the way through the car. You can't see it, but you can smell it. It smells like the old conventional TVs. So we're going to shut that one up and leave that one in now, and then that we'll have to air it out, and then that should be that one all sorted. Okay, so we have the end video now, so it's had all of our treatments. It does smell a lot better in here. Shame that you can't smell on the old tablet, but everything's obviously been vacked out, tornadoed, odour killed. Glass has all been done as well, so it's smelling very nice in here, so I believe the customer's going to be very happy. So it is a big old car. But it just shows you how much dirt is obviously in a car like this. Just referring back to the bucket. So I believe that's ready for pickup, that one.
Amazing.